So bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake, and O. Sports professor, you know. Street professor back again, it's game time. A la playa, no playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professor spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing your girl's DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champions.
I need my hands, just like a sport.
Street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, Jake, and O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, street professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake, and O. Street! Stop!
Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, yeah. These championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. I'm a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of
What up?
Go hard, or go home.
Got my boy Flo in the building.
I'm gonna go hard, go home, baby.
Go hard, man.
Let's go.
Got the original crew tonight. How we started, man? Me and you. Go.
Old school. We going old school today. Oh, and canteen in the house.
Go hard or go home.
I'm gonna go hard, go home. Episode 97. And the bottom line board. Like, share, comment, do all that good stuff for us. Go like and share. Help us out. Hey, I think even on Facebook we get stars. You go to my Facebook, I think. Yeah. And give us stars. Oh. Hey, we're back. Little hiatus. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of sports happening. We'll be football heavy. Talk a little college. Talk a little NFL today. A lot of stuff happened. It's the last show, including Jake's Broncos got eliminated. We got to talk about that. Russell Wilson, what happened to him? Man, crazy
Go
stuff.
hard.
I'm gonna go hard, go home, guys. Let's go. Welcome to the show. Go like, share, do all the good stuff. Appreciate you tuning in. Get in the comments, Facebook. You can do a little link. You can see who you are on Facebook or on YouTube. Either way.
On record, man.
We got 1,458 canteens. 1,458. We're almost 1,500.
Oh, the 1500,
Gotta
baby.
push 1500. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's get in this music, in this background music. Appreciate everybody
Background
coming to the
music, baby.
show. You like this one? This one you like, Canty? Background?
That's my favorite,
Like
man.
That's your
My
favorite?
favorite,
Okay.
dog. That's my favorite, bro.
All right, let's go.
What's up, man? How your week been
Let's
going,
go.
bro?
Man,
How's the week?
just getting ready for NTC. I'm gonna be out for a few weeks, so I don't know if you guys want to continue on. Y'all can go without me. I don't think I'm gonna
All
have
right.
connection over there.
When you depart?
Next Thursday.
All right,
Thursday.
man. So, man, we got to figure out. We're gonna carry this thing on, man, without you, man.
I think Omar can create them. If we can get Omar to create them, we'll keep going.
We keep rolling, man.
Keep rolling,
So,
and man, you're gonna do the 100th episode without me, though. Oh man.
So we on 98. We on 98 tonight or 97?
97.
It will be 98 Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all gonna do the 100th episode without me. Oh,
Hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Hey,
oh man.
we've been rolling about 2.5, almost 3 years, man. So we'll just keep moving, man. You know. Show me, bro.
Makes me feel like crying. Hey, where Jake at?
I don't know where that clown at, man. I don't know where that clown at, man. Yeah.
He probably asleep. You hear him snoring back there? He's sleeping.
He sleep.
He's asleep, man. Yeah, welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Yeah, I guess we can go.
Let's roll, baby.
Let's roll
Yeah,
this.
let's roll.
Canteen will come in. We'll do some college football.
Let's hit some college, man.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about it. We missed Sunday and we missed Tuesday. So we're here on Thursday. So we're finally getting, but it's going to be heavy football. So let's talk. You want to do the Michigan, Alabama first, or you want to do the Washington game first? What do you want to do?
Let's hit the Michigan Alabama game first, bro.
All right, Michigan, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
That was Monday, right?
Yeah.
Overtime, went into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these games almost went into overtime. So give us your thoughts. A lot of talk about real quick, let me just set it up, but a lot of talk about, you know, will maybe Nick Saban retire? Is Jim Harbaugh going to leave for the NFL now if he gets the Natty, or even if he's just in this championship? You know, does he take off NFL? A lot of behind stories, you know, stories behind the story. So what do you think? Give us your input about the game and then talk about any of the coaching stuff coming out.
All right, man. So we'll hit the Alabama-Michigan game first, man. Michigan 13-0, they won. They ended up beating Alabama. That was 12-1, number 4 seed, and Michigan number 1 seed. But when we look at the numbers, man, Jalen Miro went 16 for 23, 116 yards. McClellan, the running back, went for 14 carries, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Boyd Bond, 4 receptions, 47 carries. But McCarthy went 17 for 27, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns. McCarthy bad, man. That boy bad.
I mean, you know, the first couple of years, you know, it didn't seem like he was going to pan out.
It didn't seem like it.
Right.
But then you had that kid, Bacorum, 19 receptions, 83 yards, 1 touchdown. And Wilson went 4 receptions for 73 yards, 1 touchdown, man. Michigan dangerous, man. Mm-hmm. And the thing I like about Michigan, they're trying to make a statement. You know, Michigan was able to survive without their head coach, Harbaugh. Right. They made some noise without Harbaugh, man. And I think Michigan going to be dangerous, but I like the offense of Washington. Like Penix. I love Penix.
Let's talk about this game, though. Let's talk about this game. To finish this game.
So
it was pretty tight up throughout. It was kind of an Alabama type of game, though, right? Because it was kind of ugly and real kind of back and forth, you know, kind of low scoring.
Alabama struggled at the end, man.
Right.
Nick Saban could not make concrete decisions about moving the ball, about doing what they need to do at the end of the game.
Right.
And that's when you allow a team like Michigan to capitalize on it, bro. I mean, them guys, they capitalized on the end of the game. And that's what happened. I think Alabama had Milroe played good.
He did play good.
Alabama played good, but when you allow a team to go into overtime, that's when you make mistakes. to allow them to capitalize on how to beat you.
Yeah. And Michigan, Alan said this, Michigan's defense came to play. He was running for his life. He was getting sacked early and often.
Early. It was getting sacked.
Yeah.
So for me, man,
hold on, real quick. You keep going though.
As close steps off the net, man, I think Michigan played a great football game. I think Michigan was the better team. Like as we caveat on the numbers, 17 with 27, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns, McCarthy. I think Michigan is going to put up a lot of numbers, put up a lot of points, and they're going to be hard to beat. But Washington, as away from my co-host come at Washington, Penix is a bad boy. Michael Penix is a bad guy. Michael Penix can put up numbers, and I think Washington is going to beat them. Open to whatever dialogue you guys want to put on the board, man. But like I said, at the end of the day, let me see what Alan said. Michigan defense came to play and made me rope. They did. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Alan. Georgia had 4 sacks on Bama in the entire SEC title game. Michigan had, and they did. Hey, I can't take nothing away from you, Alan. I cannot take that. Alan, I cannot take nothing away from you. What Georgia did in the entire SEC, right. Michigan did the whole game. Michigan in the first quarter.
Yeah. That's true. What do you think, Jake? What do you think about this game? I think you picked Alabama. Everybody else picked Michigan. Or did you pick Michigan?
I have Michigan winning this game.
Yeah. And they had Jared Milroe running for his life. They're getting to him early and often. That defensive line. Give us your thoughts on this game. What happened?
Mr. Rubin. What's up, Mr. Rubin?
What's up, Mr. Rubin?
BS happened. And let me tell you something.
What?
Well, I'm about to tell you. I got to call a spade a spade. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Michigan didn't deserve that game. Michigan didn't deserve that game. They have a way better team, and this is what frustrates me with Jim Harbaugh fanatics. They think this guy is one of the greatest coaches of all time. He hasn't won crap yet. How in the hell do you have to go to OT with an Alabama team that is nowhere near you in overall rankings? You have a way better team in everything. Nick Saban outcoached them. I just think at the very end, they ran out of gas. And Nick Saban could only win one way. He's got no receivers. He could only run the ball with his quarterback. His quarterback was his playmaker. That was it. It was sad. It was depressing. It was sad to watch. I will say this. You better win next week, Jim Harbaugh. You better win. Because if you don't, this will be another blemish on your career. And it's frustrating that every week I got to hear how great this guy is and how he's favored to get these head coaching jobs. And he hasn't done anything wherever he's gone to, whether it's been at Stanford, whether it's been in the Niners, and for 6 long years, 6 to 8, I want to say.
And Michigan.
Michigan.
He has not won the big one.
Yeah. Right.
Michigan.
That's true. Hey, and so what do you think? There's a lot of rumors about Jim Harbaugh moving on to the NFL. Talk about maybe this is Nick Saban's last run. What do you think about that, Jake?
Well, I do believe Nick Saban has to be looking at this is his last run. This was his best chance because now you don't just get to have to play one time. You now have to go against a gauntlet with the 12-team playoff system. And you're going to be playing teams that usually are either have played you before. You wouldn't get away from Georgia. You'd have to see Georgia again. You'd have to see some of these teams that LSU might have made it. They were probably in the top 10, top 12, something like that. You have to do it. Chargers coaching, bull crap. Back to Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
Bull crap. Let me tell you, this will be the worst thing he does.
Really?
The AFC is a gauntlet. If he goes to the NFL, he better go to the Commanders. Because that AFC is a gauntlet. You're going against the gauntlet when you go into
Whoa.
What gauntlet? Only one team made it from the AFC West.
What gauntlet with the Commanders?
Come on.
I'm talking about if the Chiefs are usually the favorite of the AFC West, you had two misfortunes happen in the AFC, and I don't like the Jets.
Favorite of what?
But Aaron Rodgers wasn't there, and Joe Burrow got hurt. I think the playoffs would have been already set. Understand this now. You are going against a gauntlet if you don't win that division because that AFC is loaded. And let me tell you something.
I mean, it doesn't look that loaded this year.
What are you talking about? We got a bunch of teams
At
fighting
all.
for spots.
Period.
I mean, they look weak. I mean, everybody lost their quarterback, but Chiefs are
eliminated.
The supposed AFC, was it West? Is that where the Chiefs?
Hey, Jay.
It was supposedly Chargers are going to make it, Broncos are going to make it. And only one person made it. Only one team made it out of that.
Yeah,
division.
But we'll get into why the Broncos didn't make it. And there's a lot of teams behind.
Do I need to bust out the bag? I need to bring out the bag. The Broncos. All right. What do you think, Canteen? Is Jim Harbaugh leaving? As soon as even if he doesn't get the
here's the thing, Flo.
Yeah.
No. I believe Michigan is the strongest team to win the national championship.
Okay.
They beat Penn State. They beat Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michigan can go to the top. But here's the thing. Right. Washington got a strong offense and a defense. But their offense with that left-handed guy, Penix a bad. Why throwing that ball, man?
He looked pretty good.
Bad.
I'm not gonna lie.
That was
He
bad. What? All I'm saying is this right here.
But yeah, go ahead. We'll talk about it later.
Washington get the ball first in that championship game. They dangerous. That boy dangerous, Flo. He dangerous.
Well, that offense, he's got a pretty good wide receiver. I can't remember his name. He's gonna go first. He's gonna go first round. So you think Washington is more dangerous? I mean, me and Jake picked Texas, and y'all picked Washington. Texas played pretty well, but in the end, Washington just had too much offense.
When I watched Michigan play Alabama, too much offense, man.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Jake? And do I think McCarthy's an NFL quarterback first round? Hell no.
Hell no, he's not.
Hell no.
No. Probably not. He's not.
Let me be real right here.
What happened to your Longhorns?
A bullshit happened. That's what happened. I'm being pissed right now. Let me tell you something.
Oh wow.
I didn't understand the game.
Georgia should have been in there.
No, I didn't understand. The game plan. This is what I don't understand. And I think this is what Michigan's gonna do. A team like Washington, you have to out physical them. They're too finesse. You need to slow the game down. And I know what Michigan's gonna do. They're gonna slow the game down. They're gonna run the ball. The only way Washington wins is what Canteen said. They have to get a lead fast. Right. And they need to keep a lead. Because if they do not have a lead, Michigan's going to tear them apart and slow that game down like no other.
Okay. So they didn't need that with the Longhorns in?
Well, the Longhorns played back. I don't know what Mark head coach was doing. I don't understand the game plan. We want to play. It's like going against Curry in his prime with the Warriors and trying to out 3-ball them. Why were we trying to pass the whole game?
I don't know.
We needed to physical them. When we beat Alabama,
he did throw it 43 times. So to your point,
we ran the damn ball.
Right.
I didn't understand it. You don't go into a game plan against somebody that is best at their stuff and play with them. You got to beat them. You got to level the playing field.
You got to make them play your game. Right. Make them play your game, right?
It's ridiculous. It frustrates me, but you know what? Don't worry. There's a boy that's sitting on the bench right now. Last name Manning. First name Arch.
I mean, assuming he sticks around, right? I mean,
he will. He will.
We don't know that yet.
Hey.
Yeah, we'll see.
Check this out. Manning was warming up after halftime. He warmed up the whole time after halftime, Jay.
But they didn't put him in.
Get in.
They didn't even get in.
Didn't matter. We needed to play a physical offense. I didn't understand.
I don't know, man. We'll see. All right, let us know what you think. Who do you think? What happened to this game? Give us your thoughts. So, what are we going with? Washington or Michigan? What do you got, Canteen? Who do you like in this game? I know you were touting Penix a little bit there, but you think Michigan's got a pretty good team all around. What do you think is going to happen?
Washington, they dangerous, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Right.
Washington is dangerous, man.
They play
And
Monday.
Texas beat themselves, man.
Yeah, Monday.
Monday. Now, let me hit the numbers real quick.
Go ahead.
Penix went 29 for 38. He threw for over 400 yards, Flo. He went 29 for 30. He threw for over 400 yards.
On a pretty good
a
pretty good Texas defense. Pretty good Texas defense. Yeah.
Yeah, and Quinn Ewers went for 24 for 43, 318 yards. I'm going Washington, man. I gotta go Washington, man. Washington, they dangerous, man. Cat's dangerous. Okay. I mean, when I look at Michigan as a whole fleet, you can't beat Washington, man. Right. Washington by 3. I'm gonna go 33-30 Washington.
33-30. Okay. Allen's got 24-30 Michigan.
I'm gonna say this.
What do you think, Jake?
Michigan better not lose this game, or I'm gonna put Jim Harbaugh's head on a platter, bro. That's ridiculous. You better not lose this game, Jim. No, I'm done, bro. We gave him a pass last year. He should have beat TCU. The fact that he lost to TCU is embarrassing. And now this year,
embarrassing.
If he loses to Washington this year, it's over. I'm done. And I don't want to hear how great this man is. I will say this. If he does lose, he stays at Michigan no matter what.
I mean, he can only do so much. He can't play the game. Jake.
Oh, stop.
He can only coach.
That is a way better team. He has a way better roster.
Way better? I don't know. Washington looked pretty good.
The
whole year.
I'll cap you out in the trenches, offensive line, defensive line, and defense, destruction.
Okay.
What were you
going to say?
This game 27-17.
27-17. Wow.
So I'll caveat on what Jake says. I think that if Harbaugh stays, I think Harbaugh would be a great addition to the team. But I don't know, man. You got teams like the Raiders, the Chargers. Yeah. I mean, there's big money available for a guy like Harbaugh. And Harbaugh, all he wants to do is win a national championship with Michigan.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
He'll move on.
The Raiders out there too cheap.
He'll prove his point.
So you think if he doesn't win, he sticks around? He sticks around?
I think he sticks around more than ever. I still think he does stick around. I think he's going to play with them to get.
If he doesn't win, but I'm saying it doesn't matter if he wins or not.
Really? He's going to stick. He's going to leave even if he wins or not.
You think he goes to the NFL?
Contract a guy like Harbaugh.
Okay.
No. The thing is, if they're going to give him a max contract, if they're going to max contract a guy like Harbaugh, is he going to stay? Period.
Yes, they're going to max. I'm telling you right now, he's going to flirt.
If they give him max contract, Jake, what is he going to do?
Well, I'm telling you right now, Harbaugh, whether he wins or loses, he's going to show already on the headlines and everything that he's flirting with the NFL. And it's going to scare Michigan, and they're going to want to pay him even more. And I think
to be fair, he did hire Don Yee, who's an NFL guy.
Yeah, I think that was a PR move.
So, or you think that's kind of a, to put some pressure on Michigan? Put some pressure on Michigan.
Remember what y'all were without.
Here's the thing. I want you guys to hear this right here, guys.
Okay.
Guys, don't miss the point I'm about to say.
Okay.
His offensive coordinator carried the organization when he was out. When Harbaugh was out those 3-4 games,
but he was highly
carried the organization.
But he was pretty much involved. He was involved in all the game planning and everything. You don't think he did it all by himself?
Yeah, he was involved.
He just couldn't go to the game. I mean, Jim Harbaugh probably had an earpiece in his ear or something.
I don't think he'll stay, bro.
You don't think he'll stay either way?
I don't think he'll stay, bro.
And you think it's just a ploy, Jake, to get more money? To get a max contract?
PR move, man. He's going to get a lot of money. He'll stay
they're definitely going to offer him a lot. I think they're talking about him. Also, they're putting a NFL clause that he can't go to the NFL the first 2 years or first year or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
No. They're going to change that because he's going to be pissed off about hearing that crap. But
I don't know. But I know they're trying to put an NFL clause in there.
I'll say this, though. The only way he'll leave, there's 2 teams that have to lose in the playoffs first round. Dallas and Buffalo. If those 2 teams lose, That will be the only way I see Jim Harbaugh leaving. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, those two teams lose, or one of those two teams loses, there's a very good possibility those head coaches are fired. And
Dallas and who?
Buffalo.
Okay. You mean like lose early or lose?
No. They lose the first round. I think that if they win a playoff game, the first playoff game, they'll keep their head coaches. But
so if they lose early.
First round, early.
Okay.
And they fire. There's a good possibility they get fired, and then Jim Harbaugh will say, "Okay, I can win with those teams."
Yeah. Alan says the NCAA is going to find a way to get Harbaugh out of Michigan. They don't want him there. I mean, that's true. The NCAA. I mean, what if they suspend him for the whole year? What if they suspend him for the whole year?
Well, then I'd go to the NFL for a year and come back.
And this is true. Buffalo can miss the playoffs entirely, depending on what. I think Pittsburgh and Jaguars have to win.
Tell you something right now. Buffalo ain't losing that game. If there's one lock of the week,
they got to win.
Buffalo
you think so?
They're not losing that game.
Are you serious?
That's the lock of the week. They ain't losing.
Really? Put some money on that, Canteen. That's the lock of the week, baby. That's what Jake says.
Ooh.
Buffalo's beating the Dolphins.
I think Buffalo gonna beat Miami Sunday. I think Buffalo gonna beat Miami Sunday.
You think so too? But he said it's a lock. He says he all but guaranteed it. Okay. All right. Let us know what y'all think. Yeah, I don't know. Buffalo could miss the playoffs. That's true. I mean, a lot of things have to go wrong for them, but for sure they could miss the playoffs. All right, let us know what you think. Who's going to win? You're going with Washington, right, Canteen? And you're going with Michigan, right, Jake?
Yeah, I think Michigan will win this. They should.
They should. Washington by 3. Man. I'm leaning Michigan. But man, I'm leaning Michigan, but it's just something about Washington play. Penix is just playing really well. They got a way better quarterback. They got a good offensive line. It all depends if Michigan can get a good push. And if they can get some pressure on Penix, right? If they can get a little pressure on Penix, make him, like they did Milroe. I think if they can get pressure on him and make him.
All right, man.
I mean, Oregon played them really well. It was going down to the wire, especially the first game. Use that tape kind of to see how they played Washington, how they slowed them down, how they were able to, cause havoc on the defensive side. But it was a close game. Man, I think it's going to be close. These teams match up pretty well. Washington's got a better quarterback. But Michigan's they're very balanced on offense, and they got a solid defense. Man, I'm going to say Michigan, but I wouldn't be surprised if Washington won. I think Michigan wins a close one. I don't think they cover, though. I think it's like a 3-point game, 4-point game, or something like that. I think that I would go with Michigan, but not covering. Michigan wins this game. I'm going to say fairly low scoring. I don't think it'll be a shoot. If it's a shootout, Washington got the advantage there. I'm going to say it's going to be fairly low scoring, 27-23, something like that, 27-23 Michigan. That's what I got. I think it's going to be close. Be a tight game throughout. All right, let us know what you think. Who's going to win this game? Who is going to win again, Washington or Michigan? Let us know who you got. Put it in the comments.
We need to figure out polls. A lot of my friends at work will tell me, hey, man, you ain't got polls to put up whenever we do that. What's it called? Whenever we do some of these things.
Okay. You want to put polls on the Facebook, you mean? On Facebook?
We need to start doing that.
Put some polls up?
Because they were like, man, we'd love to vote on what you're talking about. So
okay. All right. You're an admin too, Jake. You can put some up too.
I can do it. Tell me how. I'll do it.
Yeah, do it. Put something up you think is a good poll. Yeah, help me out. I can't do it all by myself. All right, let us know what you think. Who's going to win? Let's talk about some of these games from this past weekend. Hit a couple of the big ones. Let's see here. We knew the Jaguars going to win. What about the Ravens all over the Dolphins? 56-19. Was this more bad Dolphins or just great Ravens? Or, what do you think, Canteen?
Hey, bro. At the end of the day, man. Hey, the Ravens are that team, bro.
More about the Ravens.
You saw what our boy posted. James Glenn, you saw what he posted. Man, stop playing with that man. Team, bro.
Man, come on.
Stop playing with his team.
He got the same problem Dak got. What has he done in the playoffs? He's like 1-3 in the playoffs. He's got terrible performance in the playoffs. He's got to show us in the playoffs. I mean, that's what everybody says about Dak.
I'm gonna say this right here, man.
Okay.
Now, hey, let me give y'all this news. Dalvin Cook is going to the Ravens.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook was free on waivers, but he's going to the Ravens.
Well, we should have picked
running back. But let me hit these numbers from last week's game.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson went 18 for 21, 321 yards, and 5 touchdowns last week against the Ravens.
Yeah.
They ready, Flo. They ready, man. The Baltimore Ravens are ready to go to the next level. I don't see any team in the AFC beating them right now. Nobody.
You don't think so?
Nobody gonna beat the Ravens. Nobody.
Really?
Nobody.
I don't know.
Who?
I don't know. They're playing. I don't know. I think any of these teams could beat them. I think the Bills could beat them. I think the Chiefs could beat them. I think Miami could beat them.
Come on, man.
Come on. Anybody could beat them. Once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Remember?
Did you think you were gonna lose when you were up 23? Come on. You think you're gonna lose?
Hell no, because you kept calling my phone.
That's what I'm saying.
What we gonna do?
I didn't say y'all gonna lose. I said you need to calm down because you got a whole another half to play.
The only competition I see for the Ravens is the Browns. And the Browns got a solid defense. The Browns defense is solid. And like I said,
that's where I was going. Let me tell you something.
Flacco.
Yeah.
If there's anybody that's had a revenge tour on him, if there's somebody that says, hey, you threw me to the dirt, you let me die.
Yeah.
And I just came back from the dead, buddy. Joe Flacco, man.
Okay.
The Browns are for real. And let me tell you something. Congratulations, Ravens. You won the regular season. Who gives a crap? I could care less. It's now or never.
Right.
Show up when it counts.
I mean, that's what they say about Dak and the Cowboys. Right.
Not me. Show me what you do when it counts most.
That's fair. That's a fair question.
Let me tell you something. And I promise you, Jim Harbaugh is looking at that whole entire playoff schedule hard. And I know one thing for sure. If there's one team he don't want to see, it's that orange team. Let me tell you something.
Did you say Jim Harbaugh?
Oh, yeah, John Harbaugh. My bad.
Okay. I was like, he ain't in there yet. He ain't in there.
Kevin Stefanski is coach of the year, hands down. I thought it was going to be, at first it looked like Robert Saleh. Then midseason we looked at the Texans.
D'Amico Ryan.
Let me tell you something, bro. When you go 4-string quarterback and you win and you're already in the playoffs with your 4-string quarterback, you got to give credit where credit's due. Kevin Stefanski, man. Coach of the year. Yeah. And they're going to upset somebody this season. They're not going to just be out of the playoffs the first game.
Wouldn't the Jaguars be an upset already?
Oh, yeah, they would play the Jags. Oh, that'd be a destruction.
The Jags have been kind of faltering the last end of the season. And to be fair,
Shane
from the Colts has played well. He lost his quarterback. I think he's on his third quarterback.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think a lot of favorited teams, like the teams at home, are going to win. I'm going to be honest with you. So, I'll be honest.
In the AFC especially, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, let me tell you something, Ravens. Congratulations, like I said. Show up now. Show up.
Yeah. They got to show up.
You're about to win your second MVP and not even make an AFC championship yet? Yeah. I'm not playing.
There's a strong possibility.
They want me to take y'all seriously, but y'all don't want to show up when it counts most. No. Yeah. I better not see a blunder. I better not see it. You know what really frustrated me this week? You know what I was hearing?
What's that?
Odell Beckham had the damn nerve to say this team is better than his Rams team, like they already won a damn Super Bowl. How dare you? How dare you?
He won a Super Bowl with the Rams.
He did.
He won a Super Bowl with the
But he
Rams.
said this Ravens team
He
is
won
10
a Super
times
Bowl with
better.
the Rams, right?
He said this team right now with the Ravens is the best.
Odell Beckham a clown, man.
That's beyond stupid. You ain't hosted no Lombardi Trophy yet. What the hell are you doing saying that? Dude, how dare you discredit Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford like that? You ain't won shit yet. You better show up and win it all.
Now, is that more bulletin material for the Rams, or is that for people who play them in the playoffs?
I would say that's more bulletin material for everybody that plays them in the AFC. Now, if the Rams somehow make it to the Super Bowl and see them, if they would somehow see each other, absolutely. But I thought that was ridiculous. It was a farce. It was disgusting to hear that. The man was practically. I wouldn't be surprised if they're on a yacht. Remember when he was on a yacht with the Giants over there laughing it up? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're on a yacht this bye week.
I doubt that happens. I don't know. I can't see that happening again. All right, yeah. I mean, and to be fair, I mean the Browns do play the Jaguars, and everything fall. It could be the Browns and the Ravens that first game. That would be a classic game, playing your old team. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's talk about another game here. Let us know what you think about that. I think it was a lot of good Ravens, but some of it was just bad Dolphins too. But they did well. They did play well.
Dolphins, yeah.
Yeah. So the Bengals.
By the way, they lost Bradley Chubb.
That was huge.
Yeah,
that's
their
huge.
best pass rusher. I love Bradley Chubb at Denver.
Yeah, for the playoffs, I think that's not a good thing for them. That's not going to bode well for them in the playoffs. So that's going to be tough.
I can't name another person that's going to play. That's going to be able to pass rush that quarterback.
To be fair, I can't either. But yeah. So the Bengals and the Chiefs played. Chiefs win another game. Pretty hard fought. Browning didn't look too bad. Chiefs made a few mistakes, but Mahomes looked better. Overall, the offense looked better. Are the Chiefs back on track now, Canteen, or is they just the Bengals who don't have Joe Burrow? I mean, but the Bengals are a good team. I mean, they got great skill players. What do you think?
Go
ahead, Cam.
Look at the Bengals, man. Browning went 19 for 33, 197 yards, 1 touchdown. Mixon went 21 for 65, 21 carries, 65 yards. Then with Jamar Chase, three receptions and 45 yards. Mahomes went 21 for 29, 245 yards throwing, 1 touchdown. I cannot take the Kansas City Chiefs serious. I cannot, man.
Okay.
Doesn't matter about the record. Tennessee, I can't take them serious, bro.
Not at all.
I think the Kansas City Chiefs will be one and done in the playoffs.
They got a number. They got a top 3 or 4 defense.
Canteen said it here first. They'll be one and done. Canteen said they'll be one and done, bro.
You know what team they remind me of?
They're not ready. They're not prepared.
Do you remember that Patriots year that? Go ahead.
Somebody go.
I said.
Go ahead, Jake. Good, man. I'm good, bro.
Okay. Do you remember that year that the Patriots went to the playoffs against the Titans? It was Tom Brady last year. And boy, did they look like crap. He had nobody was getting open. You knew Brady wasn't done yet. But man, he couldn't get no separation from his receivers. Edelman was probably a little bit past his prime. Go watch that game when you check it. I think it was 2019 playoffs. Tennessee Titans versus the
it was his last year, I think. His last year.
Ridiculous. I think the same thing's going to happen. They're going to see a defense. Now, they might luck out. Who do they play? They lucked out. Right. They might luck out and play the Dolphins.
Well, they play the Bills right now.
If the Dolphins, I think after this week, it's going to switch because the Bills are going to win that division.
Yeah, if the Bills win, then they'll be in second place, and it'll be, I think, the Browns, maybe?
If they play the Browns, they're losing.
Yeah, it might be the Browns, but I think the Dolphins will move to 5th place. Or it could be they could just flip flop. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I think the Dolphins will go to 6th place and play.
It depends on what the Bills.
It might be the Dolphins. Yeah,
if the Dolphins win, if the Dolphins end up being 2nd place, if the Dolphins win up in 2nd place,
right? No, I mean, but if the Bills win, the Dolphins,
the Bills would have been 5th place.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bills would have destroyed them if it was the other way around.
Yeah, I think so. You all think the Bills are going to win? Well, I mean, we haven't talked about that game, but. Let me see what it says here.
Yeah.
I'm going to type it in and see what I can bring up here. Yeah, so let us know what you think. On that game, I guess I can't. It's hard. I mean, I love Mahomes, and you know, I'm a Chiefs fan just because of Mahomes, but the offense just hasn't been looking good. My only hope is that their defense is playing really well. Their defense has played really well this year, and so I think they can carry them a little bit. You know, in the playoffs. You know, you get in the playoffs, man. You know, things change. Everybody ramps it up. Things get. Yeah, go ahead.
So, Flo.
Yeah.
Allen said the Browns will be locked in at number 5 and the Dolphins will be at number 6.
Okay.
That's what Allen said.
I should ask Allen. He knows.
Yeah.
So the Browns will be locked at 5. The Dolphins lose. They go to 6. Okay. So if that's the case, then they would play the Chiefs.
And then they will win that
They'll
game.
play the 3-seeded team.
But if they see a physical defense, they're not winning.
Okay.
They're not winning.
So you still think they'll lose, Canteen, be one and done? I mean, they won't win a game if they play the Dolphins? You think they can beat the Dolphins?
They'll beat the Dolphins.
The Chiefs ain't got it, bro. Chiefs ain't got it, dog.
Really?
They ain't got it, bro.
Oh, wow.
I have no faith in the Chiefs, man.
We'll see. I mean, once you get in the playoffs, though, I can't
One
count
and
Mahomes
done?
out. I can't count Mahomes out.
One and done.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't count Mahomes out. All right, so let's see. Let me see these other games here. I mean, because everybody talk about the Bills, but the Bills just barely beat the Patriots, and basically
you have to understand what the Bills
and the Patriots were turning the ball over. I think the Patriots had like 4 or 5 turnovers.
Like I said, the Bills played to their level. When they played the Chiefs, the Cowboys, they played to the level. They showed up. When they play to the Chargers and they play to the Patriots, that's the only bad thing about them. They'll play these close games. They don't blow out their teams. It's fine.
I don't know.
I'd say it, man. It's looking like Omar's looking a little right on this. And I would never say that with him on live.
Right? Yeah. That the Bills might make the Super Bowl, or at least the AFC.
I'll say this: if they see the Ravens in the AFC Championship game, I don't trust the Ravens.
Okay. You don't trust the Ravens?
Well, let me pop in.
Go!
Let me pop in and tell you I love when you call me right, baby. Let's go.
Just in time, Omar. Let's go. You might be right, Omar.
Let's go.
Let's go, man.
I was literally waiting backstage for something to happen where I could come in at a good point. And Jake, you go ahead. Thank you, Jake. You know, after a long day of after a long day of volunteer work, shout out to TMC, the mission continues. After a long day at a conference, shout out to Student Veteran of America and all of the veteran associations I work with today. Shout out to all of y'all. After a long 12-hour day, Jake, where, by the way, I still was able to get 2 girls' numbers at the conference. So let's go ahead and make sure the professor is still the player as well. I'd love to hear you call me right.
They'll be calling them. They'll be calling both those numbers tonight, and they'll be Pizza Hut numbers. Don't worry.
Omar's calling them.
Anyways, the Buffalo Bills are. That's right. Yeah. The Buffalo Bills, you gentlemen, are. You know, and I hate that people nowadays have gotten to this cliche of, oh, they're the team that people don't want to play in the playoffs. And dude, you don't want to play any team in the playoffs because it's one and you're done, right? You lose one game, you're out, and you're going fishing. So that being said, I do think the Buffalo has a more complete team now. I do believe that Josh Allen, while his inconsistencies can still arise, right? He's gotten better running back play. Other receivers have stepped up, like Gabe Davis and Dalton Kincaid at the tight end spot. The offensive line has improved throughout the year. So I think that Buffalo and their defense has gotten less injured. So I think that they're going to be a tough out. They are my Super Bowl pick, so I'm going to stick with them. But I mean, would I be?
Are you 10 toes down?
Favorite if they weren't? No, I would not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because they barely beat the Chargers, and they barely beat the Patriots.
10 toes down, baby. Come on, man.
I mean, I'm 10 toes down in the fact that I have to keep my prediction, so I'm gonna stick with Buffalo and Dallas. But am I confident in that? Not very. I will say that Jake is. I would not, because I think that while the Buffalo Bills could, make the Super Bowl, I don't think it's very likely. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
So you believe in the Ravens more?
So you think they're gonna? Let's talk. Well, we'll talk about that later. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But we've already kind of talked about it. But real quick, do you think they'll beat the Dolphins and end up in second place, the Bills? Because they'll have a better chance, I think, going farther if they end up in second place.
So.
Right. If they did.
I think so.
While I would like that for that to happen.
Right.
That's hard because Miami, although they've been on a downswing, they're still a good team at home, and that's a divisional
Remember, they lost
game.
Chubb though for the rest of the year.
That is true. That is very true.
That's a tough loss. That's a big blow.
And no, you're right, and that's after losing Jalen Phillips, the other end. So no, I agree with you, but I just think that I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about divisional games, and I believe that the Dolphins will probably pull out a close one just because they're at home.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about this one more game. The Cowboys. Well, let's briefly mention the Broncos did in fact beat the Chargers.
You're damn right.
So congratulations to the Broncos for winning that game and being eliminated all at the same time.
Well, we have bigger things to take care of.
Let's go.
So the only question we have about the Broncos.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay, it's the only question about this game. Since the I was gonna bring out the bags, but maybe I thought that was too much. But I got the bag here somewhere. But
I was just looking for it. I can't find it. I don't know where.
I got it somewhere, man.
Why would we look for a bag when we won?
Wait a minute.
Because you're not making the playoffs. You were eliminated.
By the way, Raiders just got eliminated as well.
We've been eliminated for a while. I told you baby, I know this. I'm realistic about my team. I told you we had.
Well, I guess the only question is
when I said we only had 5 wins. So,
right.
what do you want?
Yeah.
I want to get to this Russ and Sean Payton story.
That's what I'm saying. This is the only thing.
Yeah, I do. I want to talk about that too.
A lot of stuff going on with Russ. Russell, of course, was benched for the last 2 games for Jared Stidham, who, by the way, was committed to Texas Tech. So it would be Texas Tech if they'd had Stidham, Baker, and Mahomes at one point. But anyway, so but anyway, so in favor of Jared Stidham for the last 2 games. Some of the people said it was for money. Then some reports came out that, of course, Russell, that they in October they asked Russell to restructure his contract, or they would threaten to bench him. A lot of stuff being thrown around. A lot of people didn't like the way Sean Payton handled this whole thing, and all these reports coming out about different things, way he treated Russell Wilson, that it wasn't fair. What do you got, Canteen, on this? We'll go Canteen, Omar, and then Jake. I'm sure he's got something to say about this whole situation. First of all, Canteen, real quick.
Why would you choose Russell? Why would you doubt Russell?
Hold on. First of all, handle this Sean Payton, Russell Wilson relationship, and then talk about where you think Russell might end up. Go ahead.
So I think Sean Payton is horrible, trash, pathetic. I think he's a horrible coach.
Right.
And then I'm gonna say this right here: how you gonna dog Russell Wilson out? You gave him a contract with stipulations, thinking that he was gonna do.
You don't know how bad I want to scream hearing that.
And then when he don't meet, and then when he don't meet those stipulations, you want to throw him to the wolves. Right. That's what y'all do.
I mean, to be fair, there's also reports that he didn't even want Russell Wilson. That he didn't even want Russell Wilson there. Sean Payton.
Well, if you don't want Russell Wilson,
go ahead.
You cut him
I think Russell Wilson
last offseason.
Go ahead, Cam. Let Cam finish.
Omar just took the icing off the cake, man. Omar took the icing off the cake. At the end of the day, man.
But you paid him all this
Sean
money.
Payton,
I mean, this contract doesn't really start till next year, though. The big money didn't start till next year.
Russell Wilson going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Russell Wilson going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He ain't worried about all that.
Let me back my man. Let me back up my man Can. By the way, Can, that is a great prediction. Pittsburgh would be a great fit for him, as well as possibly Washington, depending if Eric Bieniemy were to become the coach. It looks like a good pizza. Flo, I haven't eaten all day. Thanks for throwing that in my face. That being said, let me back up my man Can. Sean Payton, and hear me correctly, Jake, because you're going to be even more upset when I say this. Sean Payton is a joke. Not just a joke of a coach. Sean Payton is a joke of a person, of a leader of men, of a human being. He is a low form of human on this earth, and that might be a little hyperbole. Let me take that back. That might be a little hyperbole. That being said, Sean Payton has done a lot of bad things here. From the start in the beginning, when he got on Nathaniel Hackett, right? We all remember that. When he went on Nathaniel Hackett,
which he proved everybody wrong with that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you were right or wrong. You should have never said it in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm. Then Omar, to that point, Omar, real quick.
Go ahead, Flo.
To that point, and then you continue. And if he said that in public, imagine what he was telling Russ in private. If he was ready to say that kind of stuff in public to coaches, imagine what he was telling Russ in private. But go ahead, Omar.
No, go ahead, Omar. That's a great point, because that brings me to my next point. The way that he dogged out Russell. And he dogged out Russell in the media all year long. Then he dogged him out on the sideline when you're the one calling the plays. So if you needed him to have a wristband, which was the rumor, you should have installed that earlier in the year. If you weren't able to, you should have got rid of him last year, because you know what? This contract that doesn't start till next year, you're still going to have to eat all that money, whether you ran him out there this year or not. That being said, Sean Payton is a horrible coach, like Canty said. He ain't won nothing since New Orleans, and he only won because he had Drew Brees, and he was paying players to hurt other players. That's the only reason he won a Super Bowl, and the only reason he's even considered a decent coach, which he's not.
Wow.
Stupidity.
Yeah. So before you go, Jake. So yeah, I mean,
Omar has preached this sermon tonight. Preach up.
No, I'm about to kill all this. Don't worry. Go ahead.
He preached. Way
to go, Omar.
Yeah, I can't wait to kill all this.
And to be fair, I mean, like I said, my whole thing was, when he said that at the beginning of the season, I was kind of like, it's kind of, why would he say that? And
what did he say at the beginning of the season?
About the coach, about Hackett and the worst coaching job in history or something like. I mean, he was just being,
which was proven right.
But he didn't have to. But he didn't have to say that. He didn't have to say that. That's the point. And my point in that is saying that if he was talking about coaches that are already gone, what was he saying to Russ in the room? Reports about him in October asking him to take a pay cut of some sort or restructure his contract, whatever the case may be, or they were going to bench him. And then dogging him out in front of everybody on TV, and it's just it wasn't a good fit from the beginning. Sean Payton is more of a hard charging, no nonsense kind of guy. Tells it like it is. He's not afraid to tell you
from the Bill Parcells.
Russell Wilson is kind of the ultimate positive guy. Everything's positive. Hey, things are going to get better. It was a bad mix of personalities to begin with, but. Yeah, I don't know if it's as bad as what Omar says, but yeah, I think Sean Payton did a poor job managing his expectation with Russ, because I think he wasn't sold on Russ, and that showed on the field a lot of times. And I feel like if he was just, hey, we got Russ this year, let's sell out and let's make Russ the best he can. Let's sell out and let's help him with what he can do. I think he was the whole time he wasn't really sold on completely Russell Wilson. Go ahead, Jake. What do you got?
Well, let's get started from the very beginning.
No, let's not.
Let's get started.
Go ahead. Okay.
Very beginning. I'm about to go on a rant here. Canteen first started out with saying, you pay him that contract. Did Sean Payton pay him that contract? Yes or no?
Go ahead.
Did Sean Payton, I'm asking the question, did Sean Payton pay that contract? Was Sean Payton there when that
he wasn't there.
Was given?
I didn't say Sean Payton paid the contract. I just said
Denver paid the
what
contract.
I said? I said the organization paid him that contract.
Absolutely.
Right. Exactly.
Sean Payton didn't pay that contract.
Right.
He wouldn't have done that.
That's what I said.
Here's the second part. Let's get to the real part. Sean Payton used his offense the first 5 games. We went 1-4, like that. He then said, okay, I can tell Russ is not really that good. So we're going to have to dumb it down.
And to be fair, Jake, I told you that when he got there and you were like Super Bowl goals, but go ahead.
That's fine. But Sean Payton is a change of life. And I love that we have him. And here's why. Sean Payton finds that out. And he says after 1-4, so he gives Russ the chance. He says, I'm going to try him out. He gives Russ that chance and says, wow, hold on. He says, I'm going to dumb it down.
In October, he was wanting him to restructure or bench him.
I'm about to get to that. I'm about to get to why he said that.
Okay.
He said, I'm going to dumb it down the offense. What he did was he said, we need to play a good defense, get turnovers. We're going to run the ball a lot more, and we're going to hope Russ can make 2 to 3 plays at most. Okay? That's what he said. That's what he wanted. Now, here's the point of the...
Okay, go ahead, Jake. I got a question for you.
So he beats the Chiefs, and 2 days later, he asked Russ to reconstruct his contract, and let me tell you why. Russ is about to make $55 million next year. Sean Payton just saw that we can barely win with the crap we got out there. We're about to pay Russ double than what he's getting paid this year. So now we're going to go into next year and not have no money and have to deal with the same players because we can't get Russ to go down in money-wise. So he tells him, Russ, can you take this away so I'll have cap space for next year? Of course, Russ wants to be stingy and say no. Okay, that's fine. I think from then on, that was the breaking point. He went straight to the front office. He let them know, look, guys, I can do the exact same thing. And this is my question to you, Flo. Did you see a difference from the Chargers game yesterday, this past weekend, to 3 weeks ago?
Jake, are you serious?
Guess what? You're paying Russ $50 million,
are you really
and you're paying
serious
Jerry Kittle $15 million for the same damn results. There was no difference. 224 yards passing. Russ had 1 more touchdown. It's ridiculous. So let me get this straight.
Jake,
you want to go?
Hold on. Let me get this straight. He went up to the front office and let them know, guys, cut our ties with Russ. Let's rip the Band-Aid off already. Let me tell you something, Omar. I'm going to ask you this, Omar, real quick. If you get with a girl, bro, and you know the girl really ain't that it. She ain't it, bro. She's not it. You going to spend the next 2 years with her, or you going to cut her loose already and why not waste your time? That's all Sean Payton did. That's all he did. Come on,
so
man.
Why not? So why not? Let me ask you this then. So why then, if you're Sean Payton and you know that Russ is not the quarterback for you or your system, and you know that you don't want to pay him all this money anyways, and you know the new contract hasn't even kicked in yet, then why don't you just cut your losses before the season? Go with Jared Stidham or find another veteran. What do you mean he didn't know? He knew.
I didn't know.
The first 5 games, he tried to see his offense if Russ would work.
He didn't know. He had him the whole offseason. Preseason, practice.
You can't see nothing in the offseason until you get to a game with a real other opponent. Then you really see the bread and butter of what's going on. I just find it ridiculous that.
And it took him 5 games to figure that out, though. Is he really that good? If it took him 5 games,
that tells you what a nice guy he is. Because honestly, after 2, he should have cut ties right then and there. But he said, "Let me give him 5 and see if something changes."
Okay, but then he also threatened the guy to bench him if he didn't cut his contract, which is another
because he needed the money
move.
He even said next year. He said next year we don't have money, Russ. You're getting all the money, and you're not a top 5 quarterback. George Patton just did a horrific job paying this man that much money like he's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Just like you don't dog out the coach that was there before. You don't threaten a player for money. You can't do that.
You know what's so sad? Sean Payton is getting the crap end of the stick right now.
Come on, man.
There is one person I'm very mad at. I'm mad at my front organization. They need to be upfront and saying, guys, you know what? It's on us. We made this contract. We failed Sean for the first season. That's on us. Sean didn't do anything. In fact, Sean overachieved with this bum as a quarterback.
Wow. Now he's a bum. When he got there, you were Super Bowl gold.
Okay. Hey, now he a bum. Now he a bum.
Now you're a bum.
You have to put
yeah, right, exactly.
Two
all right, not only do I agree that Walmart runs the show, but I also believe that Sean Payton should be working the register at Walmart, because that's the only thing that he can lead is some people through the damn self-checkout. Now, this is ridiculous. All these little things that he did throughout the whole year, all these little petty and shady and conniving things that he did throughout the year just makes a horrible look on him and takes it back to what I said earlier about him. He is a joke of a coach, and he should be out of the league.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think he's a joke of a coach, but yeah, it was short. It showed poor taste.
That roster is not a good roster, guys. We're about, and this is another thing. I hope we lose next week. But honestly, if he would win next week, we praise Mike Tomlin for being always going positive. In his first season, with all this mishap, he would go a positive record? Are you kidding me? And you're saying he's a bad coach? And all this mishap happened, Omar, without him even there. He had to deal with all this.
This is all his show. He's running the show. What are you talking about? He had
what do you mean
control
he's
the whole year.
Show? He showed up at the store. He said, hey, I'm going to buy groceries. He found out that they don't have groceries here. So he's trying to have a meal with some tuna for a whole week. He's got some salmon, some spam.
Wait. He didn't have any groceries, or he did not use the groceries he had to cook the proper meal?
There you go.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Because he had Russell Wilson. Because he had Russell Wilson. Because he had Javonte Williams, who got hurt. He had Jerry Jeudy. He had Cortland Sutton.
Right?
You were getting them to 9 wins. Guess what? They had Nathaniel Hackett last year. He couldn't even get them past 3 wins.
You were touting all these players the whole season, Jake. Now you're saying you have nothing.
AFC Championship too. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is
what happened to the defense being great?
Because I believe head coach.
Yeah, you had Patrick Surtain. You got all these people.
Overachieving. He was overachieving. With the,
to be fair, I think he's underachieved. To be fair,
you know, overachieved Sean Payton.
Nathaniel Hackett made this team look like crap last year. We don't know how good this roster was. How can we say that?
I don't know. You said Super Bowl goals when Russ got
there.
You're
the one that said AFC Championship. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because of Sean Payton. And guess what?
That's why your faith is unfounded, because he's
no. And guess what? Next year, he won't have that much cap room. And I'm going to love
jaded glasses, Jake.
No, think about this. This is the last point right here.
Okay,
he won't have as much cap room because we're going to let go of Russ, and Russ is going to. If Russ is smart, you better go to the Steelers because you won't win anywhere else. If Russ is smart,
Pittsburgh,
maybe
Pittsburgh.
Let me add this.
What about
will have
Falcons?
Half the cap. We won't have as much cap room at all. I think
you owe him $80 million over the next 2 years.
This will be Sean Payton's coaching clinic. He will be coach of the year next year. And he should deserve it because he will be $87 million under the cap. And like I said, he's doing it with Jarrett Stidham, guys. I hope we get Bo Nix. That's what my goal is.
Bo Nix?
To be
fair, Jake, the way it's looking, Michael Penix might be available there. You take him?
Yeah.
That's why I want us to lose this weekend. This weekend would confirm 2 things. Let me say this real quick. There's 2 things that will confirm. We'll get a better draft pick.
To a Denver Broncos show.
Well, hold on. There's 3 things.
Okay.
It will confirm a better draft pick. You secure the Raiders be an idiot and keep Antonio Pierce because he would have a positive record. And, of course, we want to keep Antonio Pierce. We don't think nothing of him. You get to keep him because you know the Raiders would say, oh, man, hey, he swept the Broncos. He split with the Chiefs and swept the Chargers. We're going to love this, you know. And the third thing and last, we would have a 3rd place round. We would have a 3rd place division game when we play the whole AFC next year. We face all the 3rd place teams instead of 2nd place. It'd be a lot.
And there's a 4th thing as well. There's a fourth thing as well you're missing.
Okay.
It's also going to prove how much y'all suck this year and how much you're going to suck next year. Trash, basura,
it's embarrassing
booty
that Mike
juice,
Tomlin
baby.
can be positive and get what's because I think Sean's going to try and win. I wish he would lose, but I think he's going to try and win. And if he has a positive record, we're going to kill him. But there's a guy in Pittsburgh that hasn't won crap since 2009 that we keep praising because he has a positive record.
So what do you think, Jake? What will you say? And I think this is a strong possibility. What if you do not draft a quarterback in the first round?
Then I think Sean is waiting for. Then Sean's working on the team first. He's working on building everything around.
And you go with Stidham next year.
Did you see it? That's why I tried to tell y'all. Did y'all see it different? Did Russ change anything, or did you see the same way we won against the Chargers? The same way 3 weeks ago.
Same way.
The same exact way. Russ did nothing different. The difference is we're paying a man $50 million when a guy for 15 makes the same exact results.
Yeah, I mean,
it's sad.
Or it could be the coaching. Because the same coach. It looks the same.
The battle of the losers this weekend because I want us to lose too, Jake. So don't worry.
All right, so let's talk about this last game here, and then we'll try and talk about some upcoming games and some playoff scenarios. So the Lions and the Cowboys win, and to caveat or to kind of go with that in conjunction with the Eagles lose to the Cardinals and hand us second place as long as we win next week. So I'll let you go, Canteen. I'm just saying. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. To be fair, we were still in fifth place when we beat the Lions on Saturday. But then when I was driving at the time and driving home, and I was like, "Are the Eagles going to lose this game?" And I was like, "There's no way." And then at the very end, I didn't get to see the end. I was driving, but I saw it was 35-31. I was like, "What in the world are the Eagles doing?" I was like, "Wow." But anyway, and so let's just talk about this game. You can talk about the Eagles game too as well, but. Lions and the Cowboys and puts us basically in second place, assuming we beat the Commanders next week. Go ahead, Canteen.
So there's no difference. We lost to the Eagles. We lost to the Cardinals in Arizona, and the Cardinals beat them in Philly.
That's worse. They beat them at home.
On the stats.
To me,
it don't matter. Let me finish.
Go ahead, Canteen.
Dak Prescott went 26 for 38. He threw for 345 yards. 2 touchdowns and 1 interception at home.
Okay.
Waller went 16 carries, 49 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 13 receptions. CeeDee Lamb went for over 220 yards and 1 touchdown.
Shout out to CeeDee Lamb.
If Dallas don't do it this year, that's it, bro.
Well, I said we both said that.
The same conversation we had in the Airbnb. If we don't do it now, it's now or never.
We said that. I said that. Yeah, I did say that.
We get the number.
Anyway.
We get the number 2 seed. We host the game. We keep moving.
Okay. So do you want to talk about anything about this game?
This is Dallas's year.
This is there was a controversy about the end of the game.
Yeah,
it don't matter, man.
Sure,
the Eagles,
I know it doesn't matter.
The Eagles had our number, and the Cardinals had our number, and the Cardinals had their number. It don't matter.
All that to say, Canteen, are the Eagles one and done too? Because I mean, they don't look good finishing out the year.
No, they won't lose to the Bucs.
How do you lose this game against the Cardinals knowing you're giving up second place? Go ahead, Omar. What do you got? Your thoughts on these 2 games? Yeah,
trash.
And then what this means for the Cowboys, which things are lining up for you, Omar. Cowboys and Buffalo, if they're both going to be in second place, I mean, all of a sudden, Omar looks really smart.
All of a sudden, sir, there's a reason they call me the professor, or actually, there's a reason I am a professor.
I think did you self-proclaim yourself that?
And I give all smart. No, I actually teach at Vanderbilt University.
Well, I'm just saying the sports. You see sports there?
I'm a real professor. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm a professor of everything. I'm a professor of sports.
Oh, okay,
I'm a professor in a school, and a professor in life, and in you know what? I could keep going, but I'm not going to. That doesn't matter. Look,
you're a professor. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm a professor of logical and concise and conducive takes. So leave me alone and let me talk for a second, damn it. Look, the Eagles they're stumbling. They're stumbling hard, right? There's nothing really we could say about that. They have struggled mightily over the past 5 weeks. But we cannot forget that at the beginning of the year, they were 10-1. They were the best team in the league, right? We also can't forget that there were other prominent teams that went through their stumbles. Dallas, 49ers, everybody else, right? Everybody had their struggles. You can say the Bills are in there as well. So, yeah, the Eagles.
But to be fair, Omar, don't you have to be playing better at the end of the year, not the beginning? I mean, everybody talks about playing better in December or January.
No, I agree with you. I believe that obviously injuries have taken a toll. Their defense has been exploited as the year has gone on. They had a vaunted defense last year, but they lost a lot of pieces in the offseason, including Marcus Epps to us. So, when you lose a lot of key pieces in defense, even if you perform decent at the beginning of the season, over time,
their defensive line was the same line, and they've gotten better players. Supposedly, they had a top.
Now, I do agree with that. I do agree that their depth on defensive line has increased with the Jalen Carter pickup and all of that. But not Jalen Carter.
I mean, Omar. To be fair, they could have lost that Giants game. They could have lost 5 straight. That Giants game was. Yeah.
No, you're right. There were one small loss from.
So you think they can all of a sudden turn it around in the playoffs?
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what's wrong with them. That's all I said.
Okay. Well, because you were touting how they were good they were at the beginning, and everybody went through a slump.
No, I just want to say that you can't forget that every team goes through their stretch of bad games, and that we have a lot of teams that were, still strong now or were strong at the beginning of the year. It's just that they're having their stumble at the end of the year. Yes, you're right. That's not conducive to a playoff team. You want momentum, especially going into the playoffs. And so I do agree with you. I do not think that the Eagles are going to win anything this year. I think they're having the Super Bowl hangover, right? I think that they just blew the division to y'all. I think they're they're done. They may be even a one and done. I don't know, but they could be.
Okay.
Oh, and
what do you
Dallas,
think, Jake?
I think is still a Super Bowl contender. So.
What do you think, Jake, about either game? I know you have something to say about the Cowboy game.
Oh well, of course the Cowboys ended up throwing some Benjis that way to the refs. Good job, Cowboy fans. Here's my point.
Can you elaborate more on that, Jake?
Well, I mean, my gosh, they for some reason the ref was running away as they were trying to report to him, and even Dan Campbell said after the game, he specifically told each ref before the game and told them, "Hey, there's a play that I might need to use, and be ready for it." Somehow the ref was just running away when they were trying to report who was eligible. It made me laugh that they were able to say number 70 was eligible. He ran before number 70 even showed up. Go look at the.
He's looking right at him. He's looking right at number 70. As he's running away, he's looking right at him.
It's ridiculous, man. But don't worry. Hey,
he announced him.
What goes around comes around, and I can't wait till the Lions see Dallas again. And let me tell you something. Everybody tells me that Dallas is so dangerous in Dallas. They didn't look it. They didn't look it in Dallas this past weekend. They didn't look like they vaunted it. Sorry about that, guys. If you really saw it, the Lions outplayed them at their own home. And I think the Lions see them again. They're going to show up and show out.
I don't think that.
Absolutely. I think remember, they scored off of a CeeDee Lamb blunder. That was supposed to be a safety. He just missed the tackle. They had no offense that whole game except in the fourth quarter for one time.
What are you talking about?
On the touchdown of CeeDee Lamb where he broke open, if the cornerback really hits him,
how about having that's a great play? What about that?
Like I said, man, that was
Jared Goff had 2 interceptions.
And how's
that outplaying?
And they still outplayed them. In Dallas. This is the place where everybody gets beat down at. Let me tell you something.
It is another divisional. Hey, wait. To be fair, Jake, it is another divisional winner, and you guys always say we can't teams with winning
records.
And then we play well against one. And now, but you're saying we won the game.
You know what's crazy?
Number one, we won the game. Number 2, we played them well. It wasn't like we lost to them.
Not only do you say that, but somebody else agrees with me. Why wasn't Dak celebrating after the game? Why did he walk away? Dak walked away. He was pissed. He didn't celebrate the game at all.
Well, I mean, they didn't play up to their potential.
He knew he lucked out.
I don't think they played up to their potential. Come on. Anyway, even if they got that 2 point, they didn't get the 2 point conversion, but then he tried it 2 more times. That's a coaching error. He should have just kicked the extra point, gone into overtime. That's a dumb move by a coach. That shows a lot for him. Number 2, there was 23 seconds left, and we had all 3 timeouts. There's nothing to say that we couldn't go down and get into field goal range. All we got to do is get to about the 45-yard line, and we can make he can make a 60-yarder. I've seen it in person. He made a 62-yarder in person. So there's nothing to say that we couldn't go down there and kick the field goal and still win this game. So
y'all wouldn't have won the game. Y'all wouldn't have won.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
You don't know that. And you don't know either, Flo. The momentum.
Exactly. So you don't know. And the fact is, it's a W. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter.
And the fact they screwed them. Congratulations, refs.
The coaches should have been listening because he said number 70 is eligible. He said it twice. Number 70 is eligible. They should have called timeout or done something and said, "Hey, look."
Came down to that.
No, it's not number 70. It's 68. That's what they should have done.
Flo?
They announced it and everything.
NFL blame the refs too. You know how? Because they won't be in the playoffs. Those refs that called that game have already been confirmed. So you won't get those refs again.
Okay, good. Who cares?
Who cares? Y'all should care.
No, I want. Yeah.
There's some anger from them.
Yeah, and I agree with Jake. I mean, y'all got a lucky win. Y'all should not have.
You don't think we could have got it in field goal range?
I'm not saying you
couldn't.
I'm not saying you couldn't. We all know we were there to see Brandon Aubrey kick 2 field goals. We were there. But what I'm saying is that with that play, y'all just got very, very
Dak
lucky.
didn't look confident after that play was converted. He looked all distraught.
Campbell told them, like Jake said, Dan Campbell told them about the play before the game. If I tell you before the game that 2 players are going to try to come on eligible, you should know that ahead of time. That being said,
there's a lot going on for those referees. You're giving them a lot more. They don't do that full time, number one. And you're telling them something before the game, before the game started, and then 2.5 hours later, you expect them to remember your little play you want to do?
Dan Campbell for not listening. Dan Campbell has a whole bunch going on.
Well, he should have been listening when they announced it that number 70 was eligible. That's what he should have done.
So this is what
got a lot going on too, Flo. Poor guy.
This is what I'm doing. I'm praising Dan Campbell for his management of the situation before and after or during and after in his press conference. I am no selling your victory because I have to, because it was luck. Yeah, you could have kicked the field goal, but you lucked into it without those plays at the end. And
come on.
Number three, I am taking the NFL to task right now. I am super pissed at the NFL. I've been mad
at the NFL
and their officials for a long time. And this is getting to be ridiculous. The world's most famous, most paid league in the world, $1 billion industry, can't pay for full-time refs. You got the janitor from you got the janitor from Woodbridge Middle School coming out on the weekends and reffing the Commanders games. Like, no, that's ridiculous.
The seating in the NFL, in the NFC conference with that. That
pay for full-time refs. Pay for full-time refs, NFL. It's stupid. You know, by the way, Detroit, don't try to be sneaky next time, because that sneakiness didn't work. You tried to run 3 players out there to confuse Dallas on who was eligible.
They're going to announce who's eligible anyway. I'm just saying, they're going to announce it. It doesn't matter who they send out. They're going to referees announce it and tell the defense it doesn't matter.
It was just a game. As for the Eagles game,
right?
It was just Jonathan Gannon, their head coach, played with that offense all year last year. They knew everything they were doing. Okay. I think it was knowing everything they were going to do next. I think a lot this year has to do with they're not giving away the deep ball that the Eagles had last year with A.J. Brown. And now this year they're having to they want to see if Jalen Hurts can be calm, and instead of having a 7 to 10 play drive, he has to have a 13 to 16 play drive.
Okay.
And it's all about patience.
And to be fair, Jalen had 2 seasons, one kind of a partial season, a full season the year before. Then they went to the Super Bowl. He had a good season, really great season. And then he's back to what he was his first 2 years. Maybe this is who Jalen is. Maybe he's not the guy who went to the Super Bowl last season. Because sometimes that happens. You just have a great season. Shout out to Rich Gannon, who went to the Super Bowl. I mean, who'd have thought? Did he ever get to another one? I don't know. Did he? I don't know. Maybe he did. But anyway, I'm just saying sometimes quarterbacks have great seasons, and it just happens. And maybe this is who Jalen is after all. We don't know.
As much as I love my dear Rich Gannon, we love you, Rich. We miss you with the Raiders. Rich Gannon is no Jalen Hurts. That's not even a close comparison.
He's had one great season.
Yeah, but come on now.
And he's played
way better quarterback athletically. He's a way better quarterback. He's just better. The point is that Jalen Hurts has been injured a lot of this year. Jalen Hurts has had less.
That's very analytical. He's just better.
Jalen Hurts has had less weapons around him as well.
Everybody said he had the best weapons in the league.
No, I'm talking about less weapons than he had last year.
I think
less than he had last year?
Jalen Hurts struggling, man. He's hurt. Jalen Hurts is struggling.
Everybody says he's hurt.
He got the weapons, but he's struggling.
He caught that guy from behind running for the touchdown.
What it takes to win, bro.
I don't know. I don't say he's hurt. I don't think he's hurt. I think he's just not playing well. And it's the coach is not coaching well.
They've been talking about his injuries for 8 weeks now. What are you talking about?
He ran down a cornerback from behind. How is he injured? He can't be that injured if he can run down a cornerback from behind.
Flo, listen.
Come on.
Let us stay in our second place. Let us win out, and let us do what we got to do to win our division, host a game, host a divisional round, and go to San Fran and win the NFC Championship.
I agree with that.
Focus on that.
You better hope you don't see the Lions. That's all I'm going to say.
Focus on whatever I want to focus. It's a sports show. It's a sports show.
Come on, bro. We got bigger fish to fry.
All right. Yeah, that's what I say. But they're, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. What'd you say, Omar? Don't say it under your breath. Speak up.
Come on,
Speak up with your chest. With your chest. They took off the brace after the bye week. He ran pretty good with a brace. Anyway. Anyway, let's move on.
Dallas needs to focus, like Ken said, on getting.
They do need to focus, but I already told you what I thought the Cowboys were going to do, so they have to just prove me wrong.
And Flo, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this on TV. Flo, focus on us winning this week, next week, but don't jump back on the bandwagon. Because you said we were done.
No. There's no jumping back on. I won't let it happen. I will not stand for that.
It's my team.
No.
I can do whatever I want. This is my show.
You would be done with them for the whole year.
You said
I ain't letting you have that. No.
You ain't having that.
What are you talking about? I can jump on whatever I want to. It's my team.
You literally said if they lose, I am done with them for the rest of the season. You literally said that.
I said the Cowboys are done. I said they're done. They're going to win one game.
This year, next year. They're
not going to make it to the NFC Championship. They're not going to make it to the Super Bowl. That's what I said.
You said you were done with them as a fan as well.
No, I did not say that. That's a lie. All right. Anyway, and you said the Bills weren't going to make the playoffs. They were done. Omar.
I had to. That was a bet. I didn't mean it.
You still said it.
I had to. It was a bet.
All right. Anything else on these last games? We're not going to go next week and then look at some playoff stuff.
We good, bro.
All right. So next week, what are some good games?
We got to go to the main games that are going to be counted. Houston
and start. Yeah, start from the top.
Indy.
Let's do Texans and the Colts. Right? That's a big game, right? I mean, Ravens Steelers. I think Ravens are set. They're going to.
The Ravens are going to bench everybody.
Yeah, so I don't think
saying. Ravens are going to bench everybody. So do you think the Steelers win then that game?
They should. I mean, they don't win that game. This is true.
Gonna win it.
I mean, that'd be ridiculous if they lose that with backup Ravens.
Win that game, but to be fair, who is that backup? He's pretty good. I mean, he runs that offense almost as good as Lamar does. To be fair,
that's what I'm saying. Tyler Huntley is pretty.
That's what I'm saying. Good. He runs that offense almost as efficiently.
I think they're gonna be sitting back relaxing.
I think the Steelers should win that game because they have more to play for. So I just feel like the Steelers should win that game. I mean, you don't think so, Omar?
No, I do. I do think that the Steelers will win. I'm just saying, though, they're playing in Baltimore, and that's a home game and a divisional game. So,
Who called me a quitter? Is that Clubber D?
That would be
Clubber D.
Yes, that's what he did.
Clubber D, get out of here, man. Come on the show.
Clubber D, come in the box, baby.
He ain't coming in the box. ain't coming in the box. All right.
Box level 3.
You think so, Jake? So you two Canteen Steelers win this game?
Yeah,
I mean,
easily. These games will be givens.
Steelers by 6.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Steelers by 6.
All right. So Texans and Colts.
But even if hold on, Flo. Even if the Steelers win, the Steelers may win, but they need some help to get into the playoffs. Happen for the Steelers playoffs.
Yeah.
They need a lot of help to get in the playoffs.
Who do they need to lose? They need
the Bills.
They need the Bills to lose. What or don't they need Houston or Indianapolis?
Right now. Hold on.
I should talk.
Go ahead,
yeah, let us know what that scenario looks like.
Pittsburgh can clinch a playoff berth with obviously a Steelers win and a Bills loss, a Steelers win and a Jaguars loss, or a Steelers win and a Texans Colts tie.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. And there's some other ones that probably aren't gonna happen either because they're ties.
So yeah, they need a little help.
They need the Bills. They need to win, and then they need either the Bills, the Jaguars, the Bills and Jaguars to lose,
right?
And or the Texans and Colts to tie.
And that could happen. Right. The Jaguars could lose. I mean, they've been faltering lately, so that means possible. But it means more because nothing can happen unless they win. So they had to win first. So, and I guess when is the Jaguars game? Oh, so they'll know by the time they play, right? Well, no, because the Bills play on Monday, right? Sunday night.
Jaguars play at 1 p.m. against the Titans, and I believe that's the same exact time that the Ravens and Pittsburgh play. So.
No, the Jags play early, and the.
Oh no, sorry, I apologize. That's right. The Steelers and Ravens play Saturday. My apologies.
So if the Jaguars lose, they'll already have. They should know at that point. Yep. If the Jaguars win, then they got to wait and see what happens on Sunday Night Football.
There you go. Yep.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, but it all starts with them winning. So I think they have a lot more motivation to win this game, where the Ravens have nothing to play for, really.
Got it. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. What about the Texans coach? Who you got there? Real quick, what do you think there, Omar? And then we can go Jake and Canteen.
I actually think
it's a big game.
Yeah, this is wow. This is a huge game. I think it's going to be close, y'all. I think both teams, obviously fighting for a playoff spot. Both teams, being in the same the same conference and playing each other a lot. I believe. I've been torn all week on this.
They're in the same
division is what I
meant. Division, yeah. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Not conference.
Yeah.
Well, they are conference too, but I meant the division.
Same conference, yeah.
I've been torn all week, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick somebody, and I'm just gonna go with the Colts because they beat us last week, and Texans. C.J. Stroud just came back. I don't know. I like D'Amico Ryans. I hope Texans win. I don't know. I'm so torn.
So you hope Texans win, but you're picking the Colts.
Because I like the Texans. I like the story of the Texans. I like
right. That's a good story. You're right. It's a good story.
But I don't know. It's going to be a tough game. The Colts are a really good team.
So pick one. Come on, Omar.
I just told you. I don't know.
Go ahead, Jay. What do you got here? Go ahead, Jay.
I think because they're in Indy, I think the Colts will win. I think Shane Steichen will. He's been a great head coach this first year, and I think he's gonna prove it. He's gonna prove it that night. I think they play Saturday night, and I think he's gonna show out. D'Amico Ryans, congratulations on your first year, buddy. You're gonna miss playoffs the first year.
Awesome.
Wow. Okay.
Gotta call space space.
What you got, Cam?
Man, men shoot by 3, man. Men shoot.
Like
men shoot the Colts by 3, bro.
The old mullet. Men
shoot by 3.
Men shoot.
I like men shoot them, man. I like the Colts by 3, man.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Jake. I guess all y'all are picking the Colts. I'm picking the Colts too. I think the Colts are going to take this at home. I like what Shane Steichen's been able to do on offense. Wasn't that the Eagles offensive coordinator last year? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's done well. I think he's on his third quarterback now. So, I mean, all these offensive coaches have had to struggle with quarterbacks, and he's done well. The Texans, of course, D'Amico Ryans has done a good job with a rookie also, which that is a great story. I agree with Omar, D'Amico Ryans and the Texans, but I think the Colts going to pull this out. and they make the playoffs, and they'll be one and done, I guess. But they'll at least make the playoffs.
Either one's gonna be one and done.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. But it makes a good story for a better story, I guess, for the Texans.
Storyline, man. Storyline.
But I think the Colts do win this in a close one at home. Yeah. All right. Do we want to talk Falcons Saints? I mean, they're still technically alive.
At least give our picks. At least
give your picks for that one. I think they're both
it's in
theoretical.
New Orleans, right?
It's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I got the
Orleans,
Saints.
man.
I got the Saints
Falcons.
also.
They sucked all year. They can be happy you switched. No, I'm just joking. Don't ever leave your team, traitors. Don't be a traitor.
Hey, you said you'd leave when Brady came, so
only on that one condition. And
okay.
Hey, I'm gonna go against the grain, man. I think the Falcons gonna win by 3. I'm going against the grain. I'm going with the Falcons by 3.
Whoa!
I'm going with the Falcons by 3 in New Orleans.
Oh wow, sir.
You know what? And I'm gonna go with what Canteen says. I'm gonna go with the Falcons too. Because the Falcons here, look.
What do they have to play for? What are they playing for?
This is what the Falcons been doing, man, and they just lost to Chicago of all teams.
So they're gonna beat the Saints?
Yeah, they're gonna do exactly what we think they're not gonna do. That's how the Falcons have played all season.
I mean, you're right though.
Yeah. They went in and lost to Carolina, right? I mean, come on. And then they beat Indianapolis, who we think are going to make the playoffs. Yeah. They beat them 29-10, and then they lose to Chicago in a kind of a blowout. They're going to beat the Saints, man. That's how the Falcons have been playing all season. You are who we thought you were all season. Falcons win this one in a close one in New Orleans, just because that's who they are. Wow. All right. All right. Do we need Bengals and Browns?
There's no reason for that one.
There's no reason for that whatsoever.
No, right? No. I think the Bengals are eliminated, right?
Yeah, and the Browns are going to rest their players anyways.
Okay.
Would.
Yeah.
Bucks and Panthers. I guess the Bucks can wrap up.
Hey, I'm gonna say this,
division, right? Okay.
Jets, Patriots.
Yeah,
I think the Patriots beat the Jets by 3. Belichick is still relevant. Belichick's still relevant.
Let's talk about that game then.
He just got the Jets number.
So here's the deal with that one, because their season's over, right? You think
both
Patriots?
Of their seasons are over.
So either way, what do you guys think? If the Patriots win or lose, does Belichick come back? If they win, he comes back, or if they lose, do you think he comes back? Is Belichick back with the Patriots next year? What do y'all think?
Bye-bye, be gone. Bye-bye.
He's gone.
I think he's going to leave, and he rightfully he should leave.
Okay. He should leave. But you think they'll ask him to leave? I don't think he'll leave unless they tell him he's got to go. Like a musical partying, or he gets fired.
Hey, Flo, highlight the comment your son just said, your son-in-law.
What are you saying?
He said the Panthers will beat the Bucks, the Saints will beat the Falcons, and the Saints ride to...
Actually, let's get that right. He said the bird poop, not the Falcons.
He did say bird poop, but...
Come on, guys, come on.
What do you think, Omar? Does Belichick come back, win or lose? There's a lot of reports saying he's gone.
This is the thing.
You have any insiders over there?
I do have an insider there.
Okay.
And the thing is that the fans are so upset in New England,
right?
With what Belichick has done since the end of Brady's career. They're very upset that he forced Brady out of town.
Okay.
They're very upset that he has run this team and organization into the ground. And
even after all he's done there?
Oh, absolutely love.
Really?
Because I love seeing Bill Belichick and the New England Patsies.
I mean, you love this, right?
Watching them lose, and I am relishing so much in this, and I hope Bill Belichick gets fired and he has to go somewhere else. But the thing is that no matter how much the Patriots fans hate him, it's up to Kraft, and I think that he has, unfortunately, had the straw that broke Camel's back with this season. I believe that he has pushed his last button with Robert Kraft. I believe he is gone after this year.
Really, he's gone.
Gone.
I do, and I do think he beats the Jets. Though I do agree with Canteen. I don't think he's going to lose to Robert Saleh in his last game.
His last game. It's true.
Wow. And I still think he wants him to get that record in with the Patriots. So I don't know. It's up to Kraft. You know, I mean, listen, all the Dallas fans want a certain thing. We want Jerry to stay out of the coaching.
What's the record? How far is he?
What do you mean? I think he needs like 15 or something.
So he needs. So you think
either he's
going to turn around this team in 2 seasons and have 2 5-win seasons and a 10-win season, or you think he's going to do amazing and turn this team around? One of the two, because I can't see that happening.
Well, he's gonna. To be fair, he's gonna get a quarterback. He can get himself a top quarterback.
And what's happened the last few times that's happened?
Well, I'm just saying. You mean Tom Brady?
You know what? I would actually go the other way if I were him.
So here's the current. It's 302, 328. So he needs 26 games.
Yeah.
So he needs 2 really good seasons or about 4 or 5 bad ones.
Well, let me not take Jake's nickname, but Professor Take here. If I were Bill Belichick, I wouldn't even go to the draft this year. I've gone to the well too many times. I would sign me a good veteran quarterback, or at least maybe something that can't cook as well anymore, and maybe a little washed, but may want to show up
Russell
on the
Wilson?
East Coast.
You can go ahead and take him.
Ooh, Russell Wilson. Hey, here's another thing, Omar. What if this happens? What if he says, "Hey, look, Bill." Kraft comes up to him, "Hey, look, Bill. We're gonna hire a general manager. You can stick around, but that's the only way you stick around. Is if somebody else is the GM."
I think that's rightfully so.
That's what I'm saying. What if Bill does that? Because I think he's
put too much stuff on the
he'd
stove.
be likely to do that and say, "Hey, somebody else."
I just gave you your answer. He would literally look at Kraft and laugh in his face as he walked out the door down to Washington.
So he would quit then.
Yeah, he would quit.
Okay.
He ain't gonna get embarrassed by Mr. Kraft like that. No, I am the GM, the coach, and the authority.
He's getting embarrassed anyway, the way the team's playing.
Well, that's your fault. You should have never gave him that much control.
Okay.
Should have never gave him that much money,
Okay.
That much power.
So either way, you think Bill's gone though, right? Either way.
I do.
And he ends up where, do you think?
Good question. I think we bantered Washington. I think that would be a good spot. I wouldn't go to the Bears if I were him, but he could choose the Bears. The Chargers won't be open because that's where Jim Harbaugh is going to go.
And Jake, Jake gave a hot take. He said if the Bills or Cowboys lose early, he may go to one of those two teams.
I could definitely see him going to the Bills.
Okay.
That would be a slap in the face.
Well, that is his protege, so that might be a problem. So, hey.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Or how about this?
Okay.
I got the professor. I come solutions oriented. How about the Giants fire their horrible coach Brian Daboll? They bring back Sean McDermott, and then the Bills hire the Belichick away from the Patriots. That would be the greatest story of the whole season, I think.
Really? But I thought you hate Belichick.
I do. But
that'd be a good scenario
all
for
that
him.
Drama, though. I know.
Okay. You just like the storyline.
Yeah, the storyline's my friend.
All right. Any other games you want to talk about? Or you want to kind of talk about them as we look at the playoff scenarios?
I don't think there's really anything other that is much on the line. I don't think, right?
Only the Dolphins game is the last one, and I think we all discussed that the Bills would probably win that one.
What do you think on that one, Omar? We'll talk about it.
No, I actually have the Dolphins winning a close game.
Oh, wow.
What an idiot.
Wow. I didn't know I had that name calling. I like Buffalo. I think they're on the upswing, and I do think Miami is on the downswing. I just think it's a divisional game. I think Miami is at home, and I think Miami really needs a win to get momentum going to the playoffs.
Okay.
So
Buffalo loses. They could miss the playoffs if the
I know. Yeah. I mean, I'm giving you I'm still realistic, Jake. You see, they call me the professor for a reason because I give logical takes, unlike you. Your hot, horrible takes that you come.
Well, you're not making sense. Okay? If these guys have been winning, I mean, they've won 5 straight, and now with their back against the wall to make the playoffs, they now throw a dud in. No, come on, man.
Oh, man, Jake, you make a good point there. You may have just.
Come on.
I can't. No, I thought about that. I can't. No, they're at home though.
Have they won 5 straight though?
Miami's back
against the wall.
They need it.
But they barely beat the Chargers, who have
2 in a row. So.
No coach and no quarterback.
I'm telling you, they face what their talent is though. When they face good teams, they'll show up. It just they don't show up to bad teams.
They play to the caliber of their competition.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the Bills solid, man. I think the Bills were about 3.
Yeah.
In Miami.
Okay.
Bills,
I'm gonna
man.
go Miami.
Come on with me, baby. Come on.
I'm gonna go Miami because I think the Bills, they've been doing this too, just like Atlanta. And even though they beat the Chargers, they probably should have lost that game. And even though they beat the Patriots, they could have lost that game. I just feel like they're kind of backing in a little bit, aren't they? I mean, they should have beaten those teams pretty easily. I don't know. The only thing about the Bills is that
5-game winning streak would be dangerous to walk into.
They can blow teams out, but they're never. I don't think they've lost a game this year by more than 6 points. So they're always in the game. So it's going to be a close game, whatever happens, I think. But anyway, so do we want to go Bills win and just do both scenarios and Bills lose? Because if the Bills win,
what are we doing? Are we doing projecting what the playoff games are going to be?
Well, I mean, we talked about a couple weeks ago who's the most.
I mean, we're coming back Sunday anyway. So we'll be back before the Bills play anyway Sunday.
Do you want to talk about the scenarios then?
Yeah, we'll talk about the scenarios then because it could all flip around, especially if the wrong teams lose.
Okay. So, but remember a couple weeks, just to remind you, everybody was saying the Bills was the most dangerous team, that's not a top 1, 2, 3 seed or whatever. And I said the Browns, and now, remember I said the Browns was the most dangerous team. And I think I said the Rams over in the NFC. I can't remember what you guys said, but I think you said the Lions or whatever. But anyway.
I think I'm sticking with the Lions. I think after what happened to them, they're pissed.
Okay.
Or they're going to be the most dangerous team.
Now, in order for Buffalo not to make the playoffs, even if they were to lose, it would have to be that the Steelers also lose, or the Jaguars lose, or the Texans and Colts tie. So that's where they stand.
Right. So they need a lot of help if they lose.
I mean, I could easily see the Jaguars losing this week. So.
Yeah, that's the best one because I can't see the Steelers.
Now I will say this: if Pittsburgh loses, the Bills don't even have to win that game.
Right.
That's true.
They're in automatically, right?
Right. But Pittsburgh doesn't play first, do they?
And would you want to play at home?
Pittsburgh is the first game of the whole weekend.
Yeah, that's the first one.
No, Pittsburgh's a late game. It's on Saturday, right? Oh, okay, it's on Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Bills have a chance to watch them and say, "Hey."
I'll say this: if Pittsburgh loses, the Bills are going to lose. If Pittsburgh wins, then the Bills win. I think that's going to happen. That's my prediction. Because then they'll have to win. If they don't have to win, I feel like they don't. Like Jake says, they play down to their competition. They don't have to win that game, so.
Which then they'd get to see the Chiefs first round. I'd love to see that.
I think
that would be a great game.
That would be a great game.
Or would they destroy the Chiefs?
That'd be a great first round game.
I think that would be great because I think they win that game.
I mean, for television, that would be better. I mean,
well, right, because they played
in the first round.
Right,
right. I'm just saying that would be great television. Yeah. All right, so we'll talk about the playoff scenarios. Any other games on the docket that we want to mention or talk about? I know that did we mention?
Well, I mean, you got.
What about the Bucs wrapping up the division? They should wrap up the division, right?
They'll wrap it up. The only other important game is who the Packers play, because they have the 8th seed.
The Packers play the Bears.
They have the 7th seed. So
I like the Bears. I like the Bears over the Packers, man.
It's at home in Green Bay.
Is it? Oh, okay.
I like the Bears. I like the Bears.
I can't do that, man. Green Bay's been too good lately.
I like Fields.
Yeah,
I like Fields and the Bears
over
the Packers at home.
I mean, the Bears. I guess it's funny that the Bears are eliminated, but Atlanta still has a chance to make the playoffs,
right? Yeah.
And they got the same record. But yeah, Green Bay should win this game. But I mean, to be fair, the Bears have been playing way better. Justin Fields has been playing better.
Sure.
I think they might win this game just because. I mean,
to upset their rival, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I like
knock them out, man. and then I guess Seattle gets in, right? As long as New Orleans wins.
Seattle's currently in right now.
They're not in. They're not in right now. No, Green Bay's in.
Green Bay in.
That's what I'm saying. If the Bears beat Green Bay, then that puts Seattle in the playoffs.
So this is what we got. The Green Bay is in with the win, obviously.
Right.
If not,
who's the 6th seed?
The Rams. The Rams are 6th seed right now.
Oh, they have 7 losses.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's I mean, Green Bay has a lot to play for. They'll miss the playoffs if
Who
they
plays
lose
first, the Rams or the Seahawks or the Packers?
Let's see who plays first.
Have some other losses along with it.
It's a 1 o'clock game and a 4 o'clock game, man.
Their back is against the wall.
The Seahawks play
the Cardinals
Sunday.
on Sunday, man. Seahawks gonna win Sunday, bro.
Yeah, they play at the same time. The Bears and the Packers.
Oh, that's gonna suck. That's the worst. Watching the game and then playing your game at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if the Seahawks, all they need to do is handle business. If they win, right, and
they should.
And the Bears beat the Packers. I mean, because to be fair, let's talk about this. And we'll wrap it up here. But
I don't see that happening.
I mean, what's going to happen with the Bears? Kind of a little preview. Because are they going to hang on to Justin Field? Or are they going to pick?
Not.
Are they going to pick Caleb Williams?
No.
Win or lose?
Win or lose?
What do you think, Jake?
Win or lose?
You
go sell Justin Fields. You go sell him. You go get Caleb
He's been playing pretty good football.
He plays a little bit above average. I think it's more of the defense that has made that Bears team look really good these past few games.
So no matter what, you trade Justin Fields and you draft Caleb Williams.
Not only that, now you reset your quarterback clock. You know how the scenarios go. You draft a good quarterback.
I mean, that's fair.
Like that, you have that rookie contract for 4 years. You can really stack up. Stack up with money against free agents.
Good picks and try and win next year. I mean, they're 7-9, and they would be 8-9 if they win this game. What do you think, Omar? Do they get rid of Justin Fields, or do they go with Caleb?
I mean, if you saw the game this weekend, the Bears, bless you, friend.
Bless you.
If you saw the game this weekend, the Bears fans agree with me. I would personally keep Justin Fields and build around him. You have 2 picks that are probably going to be in the top 10. You definitely already got the number 1.
And you could probably get a quarterback at the second pick if you really wanted one.
Not only could you do that if you wanted to, you could get a quarterback later if you wanted to get a Jaden Daniels or a Michael Penix or a Bo Nix or whatever.
Right.
But not to mention what I would do. This is just Professor Solution oriented.
Okay, go ahead, Professor.
I would keep Justin Fields, right? Sign him to a 2-year, whatever, $50 million.
I got to do 3
going rate, whatever.
Like 35, 40 million.
Fine. 3 at $40 million. That's fine. Right, something like that. And then I go, right? I trade the number 1 pick to the highest bidder and get more number 1 and number 2 picks because you still have one in the top 10, and that pick's probably not going to move too much down either. So you can still get 2 really good players, probably still even maybe if a Marvin Harrison were
Harrison Jr.
a little bit, or
you
get a Latu out of UCLA at the end position, right? Build up the defense there, keep building up.
You can even get that Georgia receiver. He's really good. I mean the Washington one.
Rome Odunze.
Odunze, he's solid.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I would do, and I would build up the team around Field, stock up draft picks, start getting all these good players coming in, just kind of like you're building up a team. But that's not what I would think they would do, because I've already told you all this. I think they're going to trade Justin Fields just because I think Ryan Poles, their GM, came in and that wasn't his quarterback. He didn't draft that quarterback, so y'all know how it is.
Right. Yeah, I mean you could even try and trade with the Jets and get that pick. They might, because they need a quarterback. I mean, even though they got Aaron Rodgers, they still need. He's not going to be there for more than a year or 2. It's not like he's going to be there for the next decade.
I wouldn't if I were the Jets, since I have Aaron Rodgers. I would wait a year. But yeah, I got you. I hear you.
Right. I mean, then you can let him sit a la Mahomes, where he sits for a year.
Sure, but I wouldn't draft one that early. I would want to build the team up a little more.
I know, but you get who you want. You get Caleb Williams. You let him sit for a year, and then Rodgers on his way. And you got Caleb Williams for 15 years, maybe. Anyway, what do you think? Canteen? They keep Justin, or they trade? They go with Caleb?
I'm gonna tell you the perfect scenario. Trade Justin Fields to the Atlanta Falcons. Don't go to Atlanta. The Falcon fans and the Atlanta area want him. He's born and bred in Atlanta. Let him go back home.
Yeah, he is from there. Yeah,
Caleb Williams come to Chicago. I'm telling you, Fields will prosper in Atlanta.
Okay.
He got all this. He got the cash to prosper in Atlanta.
I agree with that.
Period.
I do agree with that. Yep.
Well, I mean, because you have a great run scenario with the two running backs and him.
He got everything he needs in
I mean, you would dominate the ground game.
Only thing the only thing you gotta do there is send that bum Arthur Smith to Home Depot.
Yeah, I'm just saying, can Arthur Smith do anything there?
Give him another year.
Do they give Arthur Smith another year? Hey, Canteen, do they give him another year?
He didn't run Bijan Robinson all year. He drafted Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts had 37 receptions.
That's what I'm saying. Do they give him another year, Canteen?
Let me say this, man. Arthur Smith got one more year. They ain't getting rid of him. It's already been said. It's already been out there.
Okay, so they're not getting rid of him.
He ain't going nowhere. But I'm telling you,
probably are.
He's not the GM guy, right? Yeah, that was crazy.
The GM came from the New Orleans Saints. The GM
talking
came
about
from the Saints to Atlanta.
That'd be Michael Vick 2.0, right? Right?
Come on, man.
I mean,
come on.
Right?
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
It would be.
Man, come on.
And it would be
come on.
Hey, if Justin Fields goes to, wait a minute, Canteen. Hold on, Canteen. If Justin Fields goes to the Falcons, you're not jumping off the bandwagon, are you?
Oh, he is. Oh, yes. Yes, he is.
Better not.
Be back on the Falcons.
I told you when I came to Dallas, if Dallas don't do it now, it ain't never happening. And you know what I told you.
I know, but you gonna jump off the bandwagon next year if Justin Fields goes to the Falcons?
Yeah, man, Prescott better do it now. Prescott better do it this year. Now, never. Now or never.
He needs to. They do need to do it this year. I do agree with that.
I agree too.
I told you, Flo.
And if the Cowboys make it somehow to the NFC Championship game, I'm back in.
Wait on, bro.
That's what it is. I'm back in.
No.
I'm not hearing that crap.
Yeah. I'm back in, baby.
I don't care if they win the damn Super Bowl. You ain't allowed to say yes, a hooray.
I did not call that, Omar. I called that
I'm back in, baby.
Thank you, Jake.
I said that last week.
Hey, you don't decide who goes in and out. I decide who goes in and out.
All right.
I'm back in. If we make it to the NFC Championship, I'm back in.
You know
all right.
What?
They got to. I told them they got to show me something. They ain't show me. You got to show me. You got to show me.
Flakester.
Come on, Omar.
Hey,
some
Flo,
slack, man. It's been 28 years, Omar. Come on, give me some
out.
slack.
Now, Flo,
I'm in.
Flo, you coerced me. You coerced me to become a Cowboy fan.
I told you I would root for my team.
Win.
We better win. I'm just saying. It's just my feelings. That was my feelings.
Be a Cowboy fan.
That was my heart.
My whole life.
That was my heart.
I've been in Atlanta my whole life. Come on, man.
All right, Canteen. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. It just hurts. It's painful to lose that Dolphin game.
If the Cowboys don't win this year, just hang it up about 5-10 more years.
It's gonna be ugly if they don't win this year.
I just told you.
I'm just saying they ain't gonna win it next year. That's
just
for sure,
a regular old Benedict Arnold over there.
Who, me?
No, not you. I'm talking about Canteen.
Okay. I like Canteen. He's good, man. He came to the light.
No,
he came to the light.
He got convinced. He got convinced by the dark side. He got convinced.
He came to the light, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, be ready. Sunday we're gonna find out everything.
All right. That's it. Any final words, gentlemen? Canteen, what you got? Final words.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. Go check out Ballin' Buds. Pupper D over there.
Subscribe.
Subscribe
Shout
over
out
there.
To the Student Veterans Association. Let's go, baby.
Hey, we're at 1458 at Facebook. Hitting 1500 soon. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
At the Bottom Line.
At the Bottom Line Sports. Go find us over there.
Subscribe and join our Facebook.
Jumping in lately. We appreciate all those people jumping in, being part of the Bottom Line Sports Nation. Appreciate you guys. Jake, any parting words? Go Cowboys, something like that?
I'm bull crap. Hey, be ready. We're about to find out. The puzzle pieces get closed down. We're about to put them out. Putting the puzzle pieces down. Hopefully the refs don't kind of secure the puzzle pieces this week. Hopefully they don't help nobody out this week, guys.
They're not helping nobody out. They're just calling it like they see it.
Yeah.
Calling it like they see it, baby. Hey, the ref said number 70 is reported as eligible. Number 70 is reported as eligible. You don't catch it, that's on you.
Well, the ref also, in all fair respects, was a little too quick to run away, as Jake was saying. Maybe he should have listened a little closer to what everyone was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they're not coaching in the. Which is why they're not.
They will not be in the playoffs.
What's up, Niner gang? Welcome to the show.
Wait.
And nor should they be. Get full-time refs. Get full-time refs.
Get full-time refs.
I'm
good with that. I'm good with that.
We're
Get full-time
sick
refs.
of this.
And we still would have beat the Lions.
No.
Still would have beat them.
And you know what? You know what's even worse? Is this possibility. There's possibility for cheating if you think about it, because if the NFL is hiring different, teachers and janitors and bus drivers from all these cities, what if they're helping their team out and they're giving them the call? We've seen some pretty egregious calls this year, Joe.
Oh, come on. There have been some egregious calls, I agree.
Conspiracy theory.
Be ready.
The NFL.
Hey, Lions. I see y'all, man.
Hey, what happened to the
NFC?
Hey, Jake, are the Broncos in the playoffs?
That's fine. Hey, at least I stick by my team.
No.
Are the Broncos in the playoffs, Omar?
No.
I'm not a Cowboys fan for 3 weeks, but if we're in the championship, I'm switching over.
I'm switching. I'm not switching. I never switched. I said that I didn't believe we could go all the way. The way
Broncos
we played.
Nation, don't worry. Sean Payton got a plan, guys. We coming.
He's got a plan.
Sucks.
Let's ride. Let's ride, Broncos Nation. Let's ride. Let's ride.
He closed the door. Open the door now. Look, you can't even turn off the screen. But he can't turn off the screen because it's too dark, so he doesn't know what to do.
He left. He left. Hey, thanks for everybody. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the lobby. Go Cowboys. Let's go.
We love you. Subscribe at The Bottom Line Sports. Join our Facebook group.
Bottom Line Sports. Go subscribe, like, comment. I always reply to the comments if y'all comment later, man. If y'all see this on the repeat, go do that. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time. Adios.